Hello and welcome to Intro to Design. This video we're going to discuss 3 easy materials to print with, and in the next video we're going to talk about some more complex ones. So to start off with, we're going to talk about the easiest material to print with and the most common to find, which is PLA. It's cheap and it doesn't really need any special things to print with, but that will depend on where you live and on the brand. I've had to use glue stick for a certain brand. It was just a challenge with it, and I do have an enclosure because I live in Canada and I just have too much varying temperatures. However, it's a great one to print with if you're not worried about mechanical properties, because it doesn't have as good heat resistance and it can break a little easier compared to other materials. Just to compare for slicing reasons, it needs 100 layers of slicing, 1.41 meters of printing, and 39 minutes of print time. So things to think about when it comes to that is, if you just want stuff that looks cool, PLA is your go-to material. It's going to be easy, run-of-the-mill stuff. However, if you need some better mechanical properties, the next material up would be an ABS. So ABS is a plastic that's utilized in cars for the bumpers and all that kind of stuff, and there's 2 reasons for that. It has a great strength compared to PLA, which they went 3D. You don't 3D print with cars, but it has a great strength and it has a great temperature resistance, which is a big thing if you need that. So like, let's say if we're making a cup holder for a car or some sort of emblem or whatever it is, ABS would be a better thing. The only challenge with ABS is it's harder to print with. You definitely need an enclosure because of the smell, and even just a little bit of wind could help potentially make it lift off of your printer bed. So you might even need a glue stick in that regards. But as you can see, it only takes 25 minutes to print compared to the PLA. But again, think about that when you're using this. If you need the properties, definitely use ABS. However, if you don't need an enclosure or don't want an enclosure, another material, which is the third one we're going to cover in this video, is PET or PETG. Now, you don't need an enclosure for PETG, but I would recommend using a glue stick if that's the case. One thing you need to really think about is, where are you printing? It could be in a garage, in a house, varying temperatures. Is there going to be a lot of wind or air flow? Because if that's the case, enclosures do help a lot with the reduction of that. It's easier to print than ABS. However, it does run at a higher temperature compared to PLA. So just be careful when you're touching it. And I would definitely use a glue stick if you feel like it's coming off the print bed too much. So you can see that this one only takes 38 minutes. It's a little less than PLA, but more than ABS. But the properties are really great. The only other thing you have to really realize is that it strings more than the other 2 materials. So you might have to have a little bit more cleanup time. However, PETG is a little bit more common to get compared to ABS, just with how things are right now. That could change, of course. So these are 3 materials that are probably the easiest to print with, and I would definitely rank it as PLA, PETG, ABS for these 3. However, if you're looking for properties, the next 3 that we're going to talk about in the next video are probably going to be more up your alley. So I hope that helped. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. Otherwise, this is Tyler with 3D Printersaur, and I hope you have a great day.